Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. A few days ago, we went to our local watering hole, Archie Clyde's, and the owner there, Adam, he is a huge bourbon fan. And we got to talking about bourbon, and we were talking about a trip that we're planning to make in the near future. And we mentioned about wanting to stop at Jim Beam to get the latest edition of Booker's. And he said, well, he had gotten 2 bottles of Booker's from his distributor, and that he had one at home, and that he would bring it for us the next day. Went back the next day, and sure enough, it wasn't there, but they called, and his son ended up running it up to the restaurant for us. And so we ended up getting the bottle, and so that is what we're going to be tasting today. And Rebecca is going to give the lowdown and specs of this latest edition of Booker's.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I couldn't find an actual press release, but you know, if you know anything about Booker's, you read all the little labels and you can find out a lot. So that's what we're going to share. So this is Booker's 2025-02 By the Pond batch. Fred Noe talks about it. He said, this is our second release of this year, and it's named after Dad's beloved backyard pond, a place where you'd be sure to find him on a sunny afternoon. He then talks about how they didn't always have a pond, but Dad decided he wanted to raise catfish and bluegill, so he'd always have fresh fish for supper. And that was that. Next thing I know, Dad put me and his buddies to work digging the pond, filling it up, making it homey enough for those fish. And after a few days, the pond Dad had dreamed up was right behind our house. Eventually, he put a roof over the pond and it became something more, a place to reflect. It was where he sat regularly with Freddie as a boy for hours on end and enjoyed plenty of those warm Kentucky days. I believe it's one of the places he felt most at peace. Let's talk a little bit about what it is. Of course, it is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It is their typical mash bill of 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. It was aged 7 years, 1 month, and 20 days. The proof is 126.5. This particular batch is a complex blend of barrels from various locations from 8 different warehouses. And I won't list all of those, but the largest percentage, 29%, came from the 6th floor of Warehouse G, and that is a 7-story warehouse. The MSRP is $100. It was released very recently in June of 2025. As Wayne noted, we purchased it on July 3rd for $110 at Archie Clyde's restaurant in Newburgh, Indiana. I'm really excited to get this. We thought we'd get it next weekend perhaps, but now we've got it now and we get to try it now. And shockingly, we're big Booker's fans, if you didn't know that. so anyway, it's a pretty brown color.
It is.
I like the way it looks. It's got that 7-year plus age statement on it. And let me get a chance here while I smell it, get some legs going, but I'm going to go ahead and smell it while that's doing it. Oh, it's got that really lovely Booker's nose.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of brown sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Dark caramel. Hints of baking spices.
Yep.
It's just yummy.
I don't know if there's like a tad bit of cherry. I could be wrong.
I'm not personally getting
But
that.
I'm getting the typical brown sugar. Mm-hmm. There seems to be a consistent formula with all of them. That probably, if we get the next bottle, we could basically leave it closed and go brown sugar.
No, I think they'll take I think they taste a little different.
You think?
It depends on where they come from, what the age is, what the proof is, things like that. But it's got some nice legs for me.
But I do think there's a general kind of thing to it.
Well, it's the same mash bill.
Yeah.
So.
But they all have their little, like you said, little differences. So
yeah, it's got some great legs. Let's go ahead and taste it. Dreaming of being by the pond. Cheers to you, Booker.
Cheers, Booker. Kapow.
First sip of the day. We say this
Brown
a lot.
sugar.
We probably should have done a warm-up pour on that one.
No, you don't. No, this is.
You want to hit it.
This is. I mean,
it's good.
I'm almost speechless with it. It's brown sugar. It is baking spices. It is a jab to the face. and it's got some proof. If I wasn't awake, I am now. Wow.
And I'm also getting some caramel and vanilla notes with this. It's got this luscious mouthfeel, so it's kind of creamy for me. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I love the mouthfeel. I'm starting to get some of the peanut notes. I did not get that on the nose. I just got a hint of it on the second sip. So now that my palate's a little warmed up, I'm gonna take another sip and see what that peanut does.
Okay, so did you get it again? Did you get the peanut?
Yeah, it's like a deep, dark roasted peanut. So it's not ballpark peanuts. It's not a sweet peanut in any way, shape, or form. This is a pretty dark beverage overall, I think, with the profile. I mean, it's like a dark brown sugar, a dark caramel, and it's got the hint of vanilla is the most bright thing, I think, coming forward. And the peanut I'm getting is a very dark roasted peanut.
Now, I personally have not got it on the back, but I got a tad bit on the front.
So I want to go back and I want to taste it again. And this time I'm going to taste it and see where those peanuts really are landing for me.
Okay.
Because you were talking about where they are for you. And then also really think more about the finish. Because the first couple of sips, the finish was a little warm, being the first sip of the day. So I'm going to give that finish a chance now. It just has a lot of flavors bouncing around on my tongue. I think the viscosity is really helping that. It's just popping all over the place.
My tongue is definitely hot. This has got some proof on it.
I mean, as it kind of lays there in my mouth is where the first sip is where it's like the nose. You're getting the brown sugar, the baking spices. Then then it starts getting a bit of caramel, like the dark caramel, a little hint of vanilla.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, as it's sitting there, it's like, don't forget about me. I'm dark roasted peanuts. So that's kind of how it's happening. It's kind of going that way for me.
I feel like I'm at a different circus because I do not see the peanut guy out tossing peanuts. Although it probably is there, and probably over time I might pick it up.
It's not as prevalent as it is in some Jim Beam products.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that it is like the third or fourth layer that I'm getting on my palate. So it's not the first couple of things. In the order I said things is how I'm getting it. So it's after it's been laying there for a moment is where it's like, I've got a little hint of dark roasted peanuts here. So it's not like some Jim Beams, you smell it, taste it, it's peanuts for days. That is not what this is for me.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. Now the finish is long.
I find the finish as hot as it was in my mouth. I mean, it's going down. It's warm, but it's not as warm as it was in my mouth. That surprises me.
I haven't found this to be hot in general. I'm
Well,
kind of stunned by that.
guess,
It was not on my palate. My first sip, when it went down my throat, that's when I felt a little warmth the first time. But the second and third sips, I didn't really find a lot of heat on the finish, but it's warm. It's got some, I would say, some black pepper notes on the finish. Popping. It's not hitting you hard for a long period of time. And it's got some, I'm trying to figure out what the other note, I'm getting something else on the finish. It's probably related to the barrel.
Definitely pepper in the back. And I was thinking that before you said anything. I think it's barrel on the back as well. It's not leather, it's not tobacco, it's not sweet. I think it's the barrel notes.
I mean, it's almost, I'm getting like the slightest hint of dark chocolate with it. Which goes really well with the other things I've mentioned. It's not like, similar to the peanut, it's not a forerunner. It's not I'm the lead player in this. It's very, taking a back seat, so to speak. But it's finishing there with a really nice, deep, dark chocolate note. It's complemented by that little pops of black pepper. So overall impression, I like it.
I really like it. I know that there are a lot of people out there that aren't big Booker's fans. We are. It is a really, really good pour. It's another great addition to the lineup of Booker's.
Yeah, I think they're all just slightly different. They have a little bit of, ebbs and flows to them. Again, it's about the age, it's about the proof, it's about what warehouses they came from. So as Fred No talked about, he said, take this somewhere where you can relax and enjoy the view and just sip on this and reflect. And we are very fortunate that on our patio, it overlooks a very small lake that we share with our neighbors, but it's a beautiful place where you can watch the herons and the duck and fish jumping out of the water. So I'm kind of feeling like when we get done with this video, we should go outside and toast one to Booker No.
That sounds good. And I think you had mentioned in the notes that his dad talked about catching bluegill and catching catfish. And ironically, those are the two primary fish that we have back there. I think there's some carp too, but those are the two that we have seen. So while we're not going to go ahead and throw a line in the water and catch fish or whatever, we're going to go ahead and sit out and enjoy this and enjoy the time with my beautiful wife that I love very much. And she is the best person in the world.
Aw. Well, shall we give a toast?
You want to lead the toast?
You can.
All right. Fred and Freddie, once again, and actually this is Fred, Booker's is a hit. If you like Booker's, this is definitely one to get. If you like what we do, please hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly. And today, remember to drink some Booker's. Cheers and have a great day.
Cheers.